So before we start talking here, I just want to address the elephant in the room. And
You shouldn't talk about me like that.
sorry. I shouldn't address the elephant we're riding in. As you can see, this is not a 1959 Ford Ranch wagon. We did not hit the deadline of getting the car done in time, but it's okay. It's okay. The car's being done right. It's being done right, and it's going to be around for many years to come. But we didn't make it to opening night in the Ectomobile.
No, we did not meet our deadline, and that's okay.
The car's going to be, it's going to be better for it though. The car will be better for it.
The car's going to be way better off because
Yeah.
the time has been taken to make it right. And it will also make it to many, many opening nights.
Correct.
Just not necessarily tonight.
Not tonight.
Or tomorrow
I don't think we're going to make it tonight.
I don't think we'll make it
so.
tomorrow night. We're so excited about seeing the movie tonight. We're not going to work on the car tonight.
Right. Otherwise, we might have had it done. We just needed one more day.
Yeah.
Plus 3 weeks or something.
It might be done while Ghostbusters is still in the theater, though.
Oh, I think that
It might
is
be
not
driving to
unreasonable
the theater, right?
to say
Like, it won't
that,
be
yeah.
done, but it might be
Drivable.
driven to the theater to see the movie Ghostbusters.
Correct.
Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta.
Wow. I don't know what to think.
Postbusters.
Postbusters.
Yeah, so we just finished IMAX theater in Emeryville. Afterlife. First impressions.
It's hard to give my impressions without spoiling anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. I always feel like I have to preface this with everybody's got their own opinion of what spoilers are. I'm not going to intentionally spoil anything. So if you consider things spoilerish or what, I would shut this off now. Just do yourself a
Hey,
favor.
no animals were harmed in the filming of this movie.
Dude, you ruined it.
So-
you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah. That's all I can say.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think I loved it.
Well done.
I need to see it again. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go
well
tomorrow
done.
night with the whole crew,
Yeah.
so we'll bring you guys along then as well.
Round two. Here we come.
What were your? Say something.
It was
man. Say-
excellent. It was excellent.
Yeah.
Well done.
Super well done. And what's up, guys? Say hi to YouTube.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. A good crowd. Everybody was super respectful.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
Some people sat behind us and they talked a lot, like
Like
when
during
they sat down
during the
and-
previews.
Yeah, and I thought, oh no, here we go. But if you, how do I say this? Like, it's not at all, and you can probably tell it from the trailers, it's not like any other Ghostbuster movie. It's not, don't go in thinking it's going to be like the others, because it's not. And it shouldn't have been. It couldn't have been.
I thought it was well done.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it again tomorrow night. Can't wait to talk to everybody else in our group tomorrow night about it afterwards.
Yes.
Talk with you guys.
Yes.
So, I think this is the most important part of the video here. So we're gonna put this first, and then we'll give you what we talked about on the way down here to the theater next.
I like it.
So, stay tuned. All right, what's up, YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan.
John.
And we're embarking on a historic journey, in the words of Doc Brown. We're heading about, an hour
Yep.
from where we live to the closest AMC theater that's showing not just an early showing of Ghostbusters Afterlife, but an early showing. It's Wednesday the 17th, and I feel like a little bit of a heel because we planned this whole big thing for tomorrow night with all our friends to go see it on opening night, bought the tickets, got it all planned out, and then AMC said, hey, we're going to show it to you on Wednesday if you want. So
Basically, we're cheating on them.
we're cheating
our
on all of
friends.
them. And here's the thing, the only person I would have stopped from going to see this tonight with, if he was coming tomorrow, would be Ryder.
Yes.
That's the only way we would not go tonight, is if Ryder was going to be here, which I'm a little bit bummed. That's the only thing that could make this night just a little bit better, is if he was here. But I'm going to see him in a couple weeks, so we'll get a chance to see it together then. That's why I'm going to see him. Well, because I want to see him, but also this is what prompted that trip. Yeah, there's a lot of excitement flowing through me right now. As you can tell, it looks like I'm about to fall asleep, but I am really excited.
So a couple things, like the two of us have been going to movies for decades.
Forever.
Yeah, for a very, very long time. We've seen midnight releases of everything. Back when midnight releases were actually at midnight. So we were standing in line for like everything. Transformers,
the Star Wars movies.
Shoot, like everything that comes
Super
out, right?
8 pops into my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we've gone to see everything, and we love movies. We enjoy going to movies. There's so much great thing that happens when you go, like the escape and the imagination and all those things. But there's no single movie that's been more highly anticipated by the two of us.
That's right. And I'm going to tell you, my excitement started back, my excitement for going to the movies, and it's been about trying to recapture that excitement ever since, was going to see Ghostbusters 2 on opening night with my parents. And that was such a big deal to me, and I loved that feeling so much, and I've been chasing that feeling ever since. And I have said several times when we were big into the Transformer movies, some of the Marvel movies, said, gosh, tonight the only way I would be more excited is if this was another Ghostbuster movie. And now it's actually happening. We're going to see another real Ghostbuster movie.
I mean, we've been talking about the potential for another script for this new Ghostbuster movie with the original cast forever. Like, this has been such a long journey to get to this point where literally we'll be at the theater in 40 minutes. We'll see the movie in less than 2 hours. It's almost hard to describe how long this wait has been. The last year and a half has been a long wait. The last month has been a long wait. The last week was incredible. A week ago we were like, it's next Wednesday. It's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
And now we're 2 hours away. We're less than 2 hours away. We're so excited.
Yeah, and it's almost surreal, to be honest with you. And I know I'm overblowing this, but I can't. Ghostbusters has been a huge part of my life. Whether you think that makes me a nerd or not, I don't care. Yes, I am. I'm not ashamed to admit I've made Ghostbusters a huge part of my life. Like, that's just, and this movie for me, I think, has a little more gravity. If we go back to why Ghostbusters was so enthralling in my childhood, like, it took 4 physically average dudes. They weren't, leading men material or anything. Ernie Hudson, I think, is pretty ripped, but you're not talking about your standard superhero physiques or looks or anything. Nerds, highly intelligent, but they were the heroes. It made you feel like anybody could be a hero. And as a kid, it taught us to also, like, face your fears, to not be afraid of the dark. And even if you are afraid, go ahead and just face it head on. And what fascinates me the most about this new movie, what Ghostbusters meant to our childhood, this new one looks like it might mean something new in adulthood, and how, Egon's passed away, his family's going through his, belongings and picking through what he left behind. And I think a lot of us that grew up in the 80s on Ghostbusters also now are facing that with our parents and things too. So I feel like this movie franchise may evolve with the times, and maybe that's looking way too deep into it, but that's sort of what this kind of means for me, because my dad's health isn't that great, so I'm kind of looking at this too like it's I don't know, I just feel like Ghostbusters is going to be there for me in this phase of my life too, as it was when I was younger.
So original movie 84, so it's been 30, almost 7 years, right? And like, we've obviously grown up a lot in 37 years, and it appears, I've tried to stay away from spoilers. I've tried to stay away from everything, from most of the trailers to everything, but it appears that this is going to be a beautiful balance of rekindling the past, showing the growth of these older characters, and introducing a new generation, which whatever you thought about the first Star Wars 1, 2, and 3.
Are you talking the prequels?
Yeah, the super prequels, right? Like, I do appreciate, I don't love them as movies, but I appreciate that they brought in a new generation that grew up with Star Wars. And I really hope that this is a great launching point for a new generation of excited Ghostbusters fans. I think that's really what I'm looking for.
And I feel like that's what this is going to do. One of my other friends brought up the fact too that, because there's been a lot of criticism, it sounds like, because this one is about the kids, but as a kid in the 80s, wouldn't you have loved to have found the proton pack and like explored your grandfather's stuff, find out your family has a Ghostbuster lineage and you had the access to all the cool equipment? So I think we're getting a little glimpse at what that may have looked like. So it's not a complete throwaway that it's about kids. I don't know. These are just my expectations for what we're about to see. So
yeah, I mean, if you have Ghostbusters memories that like something was going on at the first time you saw Ghostbusters, or if you really connected with one of the characters, drop it in the chat, man.
Yeah. Put that down in the comments for sure. Yeah, I'm curious because everybody's got different stories about why Ghostbusters was important to their childhood, but there's always like a common thread too, you know, different childhood experiences that everyone had. So, man, this is surreal. This is totally surreal. And I've told our group of friends before, I've always had like anxiety on opening night of movies that we're gonna get a flat tire, that we're gonna get into an accident.
Shut up.
No, not tonight. I'm going somewhere with this. But it's never happened. We've never had any trouble. And the one movie that I could not wait for more than anything else gets delayed a year and a half by a global pandemic, man, like of all times. And I know that's just small potatoes compared to what this pandemic has caused, but it's just my luck. We couldn't have delayed anything else with a pandemic, but it had to be Ghostbusters, the third one. So I'm excited, super excited. We're hoping to get the popcorn Ecto 1 buckets, but we're not sure if this AMC theater is going to have them or not, but we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Hey, along those lines though, you know, like I really appreciate that this movie is opening in theaters and not getting kind of the dual release. I've appreciated some of the dual release because I love watching movies at home as well, and so I've enjoyed that. But theaters are open. Is it fair to say we're immunized?
We are immunized.
Okay, to follow Aaron Rodgers' lead. And we're gonna do our safe movie watching to the best of our ability, and expect the other patrons to as well. But just to be in the theater with other people seeing this on opening night is such an exciting thing. I hope the crowd is loud and excited and clapping and cheering.
I'm gonna be loud.
I'm gonna be loud. It's all the good things you get from being at an opening night movie. So pretty excited about that.
Okay, well, you can see out the windshield here, there is
beautiful sunset
on the other side of the mountain there.
North Bay traffic.
Yep. We've got, how much further to go?
Brake lights for days. We got 30 minutes, so that's
okay.
About 20 miles.
So we'll talk to you when we get there.
You know, sir, it's Cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, sir, he bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real dope bar. Some them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom!
Hey.